Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, grasshoppers. I'm a little worried that we have been booted out of our own event. Oh, I didn't join it? What in the world? I've never been a member of it? That's terrible. Hopefully the music level is okay. It's very soft this morning. I chose a very low, chill music track. Not sure, but I believe the name of this one is Bells at Sunrise. We have no Diego Vargas. But this is what happens when I'm not here at the start, or if I'm not registered to play. I should have looked to make sure that I was registered to play as I was getting ready this morning. I have a full day. For those of you who have not yet checked out the amazing power of Chess Informant, there is one article there and at the same time, should we call it on this one? I can't believe that I wasted a message on this arena, because in theory I only have 2 more messages in the next 3 days, right? And the next one, because I think I was late last Friday morning. Last Friday morning the message was sent at 7:03, probably for a 7:15 arena. We can extend the time on this a little bit, as it began 14 minutes ago. But it really needs to be done before 8 a.m. And the next one then needs to be a little after if I'm going to leave late to drop off my grandson. That also means I have to register for the next events. That's all there is to it. I did not know it wouldn't let me register for more than 7 events, interestingly enough. Or something along those lines. 2.
Ranjit Yadav
said, "What is this?"
This
Ranjit Yadav
is
said,
the bullet.
"Hello."
This is the bullet. Copy link address. Good morning, Ranjit. I think the most famous Ranjit the 3+2 event. Well, we can't get there from here. Now we're in business. Is this you, Ranjit? Artem Pomerantz. But at least we have an opponent.
Ranjit Yadav
said, "Hello, sir."
Good morning. I put the link in the chat. You may need to swipe it and choose it. We're going to hit knight f3 with c5. And we will see what we get. Do we have a true London player on our hands? Not knowing what else to do, eh? Well, that's interesting. That shows a little bit of a skill level adjustment. I could have captured. We're just going to keep him a little bit out of our hair. Should we play for e5 first? I don't know. Maybe we can decoy him. Just maybe we can decoy him. Can we try to misplace that rook? I don't know. It feels like we're missing out here
Ranjit Yadav.
Said,
by going for this
"How I
particular
can improve my
continuation.
Sicilian defense."
How is your answer to e4, e5 first? Before you improve your Sicilian defense, I do need to know how you're handling I think I was just winning a pawn in that position. Cannot guarantee it, but I believe I might have been just winning a pawn in that position. Of course, now I'm finally awake. Good morning, Ron. I refunded. We're going to take the free pawn now.
Ranjit Yadav.
Said, "I am 1,800 rated player."
The rating doesn't really matter to me if your fundamentals are not on par with your development. So for example, everyone learns e4, e5. Well, isn't that interesting? Everyone should learn e4 and e5. Oh, he went the wrong way. He had bishop takes d4. That would have taxed my playing ability. e4, bishop takes d4 would have taxed my playing ability. In fact, I think I'm just plain mated after that. What a blunder on my part. That's like a triple question mark, because after this move, I have no defense. I blundered on the last move. Absolutely blundered on the last move. Ron, I refunded your points from yesterday, by the way. I did not see. I did hear it. I should have
I
known.
had study e4 and e5.
What was your defense against, let's say, the fried liver or against the Italian game? If you allowed the Italian game, what was your defense against the Evans Gambit? Or what was the key move against, and this is even more important, what was your key move against the C3 Ponziani test against Ron? Now here I have often been known to play for the Cochrane Gambit, but I'm not going to do it. But we are going to go with the very normal... What in the world? The very normal what in the world. Is this a reply? I don't think this is a reply. This cannot be a reply. There's no way. This move is never played, therefore we have to challenge it. Did he do this to me? He did do it to me. Ron, you're a beast. You, sir, are a beast. But I thought way too much. I thought way too much in that particular episode. Interesting. Oh no, oh no. A very lucky escape. I need to look at that one again briefly.
Pegasus SWE.
Said. Too slow.
Too old, too slow. That is the problem. Just Queen E2. Of course, just Queen E2. Bishop E7, and it's a free pawn. Yeah, there's no way to defend both, unfortunately. There's the famous game Anand versus Zapata versus Anand, I believe. Zapata actually won in 6 moves against Anand because he played some defense, not unlike that one, in which he Alright, we're just going to play very normal chess here. Well, until he doesn't put his pawn in the center. At least we have all the gang here. That's all that matters. Do I need bishop g4? Are we going with this? I think so. I think this is better for black now. This is officially better for black. We'll be cautious. We'll be cautious and we'll be deliberate. Whoops. Oh no. Where are you headed, sir? Can I get out that way? The exchange. How do we make our knight more valuable than his? We go to b5 then to c3, or do we go to d4? I think we have to attack d4. Artem, where are you going? What does it all mean? It's very curious.
Pegasus SWE
said. I think I have some type of mouse arm. It hurts from under my arm to my hand.
Oh no. I'm terribly sorry to hear that. And now at least I have a clear path to that side of the board. At least a clear path enough to start trouble. Why did I play what I played? That is the question. When I had queen to a7 in that position. Did I have queen to a7? I did not have queen to a7, but I did need to cover b6 somehow. And possibly the e4 square. Let's go back and take a quick peek at that one. So did I have a good way of clobbering him here? Ah, yes. Ah, yes. This takes care of everything. Attacks and defends at the same time. Takes. Knight b6. Rook c6. Knight a8. Bishop c5. Did not see that. I think the only game that we haven't actually looked at was our first game against Artem. Well, we looked at the first game. Ariel Zamora has joined us. Good morning, Ariel. Are you using a touchscreen? From your arm to your hand, you mean from here to here? That's carpal tunnel, yeah. You may need to play left-handed and rapid only for a little while. But it usually occurs from keyboarding too much. I don't know if you're doing enough, if it's because of typing. And also, you have to be higher than your mouse surface. I've noticed that many people...
Yes, that's right.
I noticed that many people sit at a desk where their chair is lower than the surface, and if your chair is lower than the Alright, I can't illustrate this. Basically, your desk should be so that when you're sitting, your arms are very naturally out. If you're sitting at a desk like this, and then it will cause it even greater pain and frustration, unfortunately. Which is too bad. Not cool. Not a bad performance. I'm glad everyone showed up toward the end. I'm terribly sorry that I was running late. Alex e4 e5 got one game in, but it may not have mattered. Whoops. Ariel Zamora. Let's give them some TV time. Though it's not official TV time. Not sure how useful that move was, unfortunately.
Pegasus SWE.
Need to improve your king's
You're
position.
probably right, and it bugged very quickly on the dance floor. It was a lot of wear and tear, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, we should have pushed. That is really what it's all about. Now this king should be invading to try to create problems. Not that we can stop it, of course. Oh no! Oh no! You did that to yourself. Things could always be worse. Things just got worse. So now it's a game of flag. Ariel Zamora is a little low on time. Capture, capture. Push this pawn, please. Push this pawn. You need to be able to arrange a stalemate. Mate in 2. No, it's check. Well, he missed the mate in a few. Atrocious technique on Ariel Zamora's part, unfortunately. But in this position, when you queen, it's queen to this square and mate. It's like mate in 3 here. Queen d5, e7 there. For whatever reason, I hallucinated that queen e1 was possible. But queen d8 was possible. But it's basically queen d5, queen d7, and mate. Computer wants to do it that way, though. Very poetic. Is it a pure mate? No, because that square is covered twice. So in general, yeah, I actually use my touchscreen quite a lot. I am of a good height over my desk so that the desk is lower. I believe the desk is exactly 28 inches high. And the proper gaming chair puts you above that. Let's just see, it's either 28 or 29 inches. 29 inches, and the top of my arms is at 29. It's above 29, so that I'm nice and flush with at a parallel. Like when you're throwing darts, you want to release at a 90-degree angle. So therefore, put this back. So in order to give us enough time for the next arena, even though it should finish before 9 a.m., so I don't really know what I'm going to do about the Friday event. The Friday event on the 8th is going to have to be pushed back.
SWE
said. Should the arm be
Yeah,
at
I
the
believe.
computer desk?
I believe that your arms should be at a 90-degree angle, and the computer desk should be flat at the 90-degree angle. So you have the 90-degree angle at your waist, and you should actually be like that. And they sell these gaming carpets, which can be placed where your chair is, which also adds another half of an inch and protects your floor against any rolling of a gaming chair often, which I don't have at the moment, so I'm a little worried. However, although it was expensive to refloor this area, I'm going to have to look back and see how much it cost me. But in general, I know it was somewhat expensive to refloor my second area. If I had it done right, I would spend even more. Now, I am not a doctor. I'm going to throw that in, Ron. I am not a doctor. Even though I sometimes act like one on stream. I just want you to know that I have never, all right, I'm going to cross my fingers. I have never had this problem. But at school, I almost had this problem. My co-teacher got a standing desk, and the standing desk's lowest is very close to being above my chair, and I complained about it. So I had to buy a new chair at school, and this is unheard of because we have so many chairs floating around the school. But I was like, this is for my health. I really need to make sure that I have a chair that's higher than the desk, so your arms are naturally going down rather than when you have your arms in this manner. Let's say people who type at their desk going up like this. The edge of the desk is usually going into your forearm at some moment, even into your wrist. Even if it's only slightly higher, it'll be going into your wrist. I already sense the danger and the pain of something. So I have what's called pool player leg, Ron. Pool player leg. So there's a little bit of a loss of nerves in this area, as this is the area that leans into and pinches on the pool table when I go forward. So right here, there's a smidgen of numbness, and it never occurred to me that it was the pool, but when I did see a doctor, they asked me if there was any activity that caused me to bruise that area, and I realized that when I play pool, that is the area of my leg that commonly, because I'm right right, you know, I'm commonly at the table that way. It was most likely from a poor pool table, as it turns out. So the 8th, this event is going to have to be pushed back because of the announcement time, unless I don't do an announcement tomorrow. 7:15, 35 minutes, puts me at 7:50. Probably all of them should be at 7:15.
Said. I think I'm sitting too far down. I'll try raising the chair so my arm is at a horizontal angle.
Yeah, or you can get a lower table. You can get an adjustable table. Like this table that I am on is a specific gaming table designed for the specific gaming height. If you can just get a table, mine happens to be glass, but I'm very happy with the arm height being so high. At its highest, it's above the desk. I can only imagine what taller people are like. But in general, the damage has already been done, so you're going to have to rest it. You're going to have to get probably one of those creams or ointments like Icy Hot. I don't know the difference between icy versus hot. So I know that Icy Hot does both. But definitely, since you have better health care than most of the people in the United States, you should definitely check in with the doctor on that one. And tell me if I'm right. Confirm my theory. If there is any flaw in the theory, I want to know before I recommend it to somebody else. So in general, 7:15 is optimally a good time. I think we're going to put it at 7:15 most days. But the ideal thing would be for me, 2 messages remaining until August 8th. So basically on August 8th, apparently, I either have to not do a message tomorrow morning, or if I do the message, I will do the message for both tournaments. That's probably what I'll have to do. And then over the weekend, not do a message.
Pegasus SWE
said. IKEA table and chair. Marcus is having trouble raising the chair. I'll probably have to buy a new one.
Or, how many inches is it too low, though? I'm going to look for the IKEA Marcus chair. Let's see if I can get there through the stream. How about that? Let's go over here to the IM.
Pegasus SWE
said.
We'll go to IKEA.
3-4 centimeters.
Hold on. I need to do my conversion. That's like a half an inch, maybe. I don't have centimeters on this tape measure. I do, however, have a ruler over here. Alexa, how many inches is 3 centimeters?
3 centimeters is about 1.18 inches.
Oh, that's not good. If it's more than an inch, yes, I see what it is. Now, an inch and 2/3 is 4 centimeters. And that is not good. But I think you should have already sensed the danger there when you were using the chair and the table. You should have already sensed the danger based on the pinching into the arm from the table. Now, can we get to their website through here? Countless numbers, the list of countries with IKEA stores. Blue buildings with yellow accents. I also ran into a disturbing story this morning on aka Nemsko on Reddit. Like, people are actually hunting down her records, thinking that she raised her rating artificially when there are far more important people to be looking at. There is the absolute known case of Karyakin having bought his youngest GM title. Now, because he's Russian, I assume that there is no dishonor in this at all, because this is part of the culture. The Billy bookcase is even mentioned. Developed in 1979. Wow. 140 million. I'm not sure which one that I have. I have to look again, but I need to buy one before it goes out of stock. I hope that they continue making the bookcases that I have from IKEA. They are quite lovely.
Pegasus
Smiland.
Said. https www.ikea.com SESVP Marcus Contours Toll Visly Mower Gra 70261150.
Oh, that's the chair. I think this chair should be fine. If you measure the arm height, measure the top of the arm to the floor, and I think you should be fine. That looks like it should be a normal desk chair. I'm gonna look at the specs. So the seat is 18.5 inches above the ground, and it doesn't say anything about the arms, how high the arms are. It says the back of the chair it really doesn't say anything about the arms. The arm height is the key. It's a lovely chair indeed. Okay, so on the Matchspell, the gaming chair, the Mockspell, which is in the related products at the bottom of the page that Ron sent the link to. I wonder if I can change this to full screen. Oh, it actually is showing the whole screen on stream. That's perfect. I don't know if that's good or not. Oh no, that's the Wikipedia page. I apologize. I need to do that one. Nope. Screen 1. So if I plug this out, oh no, this is the right one now. Accessories for Marcus. Yeah, so this one at least it shows that the arm is 9.5 inches above 18.5 inches. So the Mach Spell gaming chair, and the Marcus, it does not show the arm height, which is interesting. Office chair versus gaming chair. But I would definitely make sure that the armchair height, I wouldn't recommend getting the Secret Labs chair unless you're really, really gaming all of the time. This is quite a good chair. This is the first chair that I've spent more than. Alexa, how much is 600 US dollars in Swedish kroner?
600 US dollars is 5,807 Swedish kroner and 64 aura.
So this chair was $5,800 in Swedish kroner. And my wife got it for me for a gift. And she is still paying for it. The wonder of credit cards. I'm sure that she is still paying for it. Alexa, how much is 2,000 Swedish kroner in US dollars?
Pegasus SWE.
2,000 Swedish kroner is about
5,800 kroner.
61 cents.
Yeah. So yeah, it's about 100 to 1, it seems. I mean, so 200 is 2,000 kroner. So this is about $200. The Marcus chair is about $200. And I think the Mach Spell chair, now you just have to measure the table, right? You really do have to measure the table. But it does bother me that it doesn't give you the dimensions of the product to the arm. That to me is very important. And then tables. I didn't know if you told me what table you had. Uh-oh, 7:55. I must run. I believe that I must run. Anyway, yeah, my table height is 29 inches, and this one is just above 29 inches. My arm rest is just above 29 inches, depending on whether or not I swing forward or swing backwards. I think when I'm absolutely parallel, there I'm a half an inch or 1.5 centimeters higher than the table with my armrest. Needless to say, we are going to raid Alex with our 2 viewers of all things. We lost everybody here. Namaste and thank you for following. If you've not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do. Ron, I hope you're feeling better. I hope to see you again in 20 minutes. I'm going to push back that tournament 10 minutes. Or maybe only 5 minutes. How about that? Cheers and ciao, everyone. Thank you so much.